Welcome back to the Wandering Women podcast. I'm Loui, and this is my mom,
Becks.
We are a traveling nomadic mother-daughter duo who travel throughout North America together in our self-converted vans. What are we going to talk about today, Mom?
Finances, budget, and our passion projects.
Yes, I'm excited about this topic because I feel like this is a topic that holds a lot of people back from plunging living in general, yes. But plunging into this lifestyle, it's something that I think any person should think about before they get into it because you want to have a plan.
Definitely. Yeah. Financial planning is important.
Yes.
Not that I'm an expert at it, but I'm definitely getting better at it.
We are by no means experts.
Yes.
But we are going to talk about this
our experiences.
Our experiences with finances, and I think this is something that has mystified me for years about other people, how they do this, I'm like, how the hell are they traveling full time?
Yeah.
It just seems so mystifying is the only
and unrealistic. I know for me, when I started thinking about the possibility of being able to be mobile and going mobile and being able to be nomadic, I remember there was this one couple that I used to follow on, I think they had a blog. I don't think they didn't have a YouTube channel. They had a blog. And I used to think, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. How would I ever be able to do that? And that was probably 6 years ago, something like that. And here I am living nomadically and working virtually,
Welcome to nomadic.
Yeah.
Digital nomad.
Yeah. And as you know, and our listeners will eventually know as well more, I'm super big on the law of attraction and all of that kind of thing.
Manifestation.
And I'm telling
abundance.
you guys, I manifested this sucker. So
looking at our list of things to talk about.
Yes.
So we can stay on topic here. It's so easy to just start talking about whatever. Once you get comfortable with the mic, you're just like, la la la.
And this is just a conversation with you. We could just talk forever.
So, but it's important that we stay on topic here.
I agree.
Let's talk about what we each do to make money.
Okay.
You first.
I own my own business. I own a virtual assistant business called Keys Virtual Assistants. And so that's basically what I do. That's my main source of income. I work, I would say, between 25 and 30 hours a week. I have about 5 clients, and I help them with any number of tasks and projects.
Virtual
I have
assistants.
Several different kinds of clients with different kinds of businesses. So, yeah, and I have been doing that a little over a year now. I opened up my business at the beginning of 2019, and I was still working another part-time job, and then I let that job go at the beginning of this year and went 100% Keys Virtual Assistants, and that was the best move I've ever made. And yeah, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I just was afraid, and I had I had young kids and everything. And now I have older, grown up children basically, so
it is your time to shine.
It is my time to shine. So that's what I do for money.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do I do to make money? I'm really all over the place, actually, because I am a post-grad. I graduated. I don't know how long you can be like, I'm a post-grad, but I graduated in...
I'm a post-grad too. No.
I graduated in the winter of 2018 with a degree in intermedia arts. And since then, I've done a whole slew of things. I've worked on a farm. I've worked in a coffee production facility. This is the beginning. This is where I right out of college and stuff. And I've done a bunch of odd jobs. I think odd jobs are something that people don't really consider when they're on the road a lot. Is back to the manifestation.
it.
But yeah, just random stuff. Like, you
Mhm.
can go on Craigslist and find jobs, or through people you meet.
Mhm.
I think if you always just like kind of, this might be naive, but if you kind of trust that you can always make the money that you need to make, it will somehow work out. From my personal experiences, I've been like, I need this amount of money, and somehow it's worked out.
That's manifestation.
But so that was my early days of life on the road, and I started my YouTube channel, and I am making a little bit of money off of that. Not a lot, but if I continue to work hard on that, maybe that will somehow make some money. But that's kind of a side hustle thing at the moment. But other than that, now I am currently working for my mom's business as well, doing
As
more
a subcontractor.
as a subcontractor, mainly doing like media stuff,
Yeah.
more podcast stuff, editing, social media stuff, things that I know how to do.
Yeah.
So that's kind of growing. I'm making money there, and
Yeah.
thankfully I don't need a lot of money to live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
thankfully.
Yeah. And it's been kind of exciting for me. It's like it's a family business now.
It's a family business.
Yeah.
And
Which is super exciting. And with your brother, he's going to school and majoring in business for now. That can always change. But like the thought of having this be a true
yeah.
business family where all three of us are working the business once it's, this big business is super exciting to me.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of people, it really just depends on how you want to live, like how much you're going to need to live. And like, I think we're a good example of the fact that we live with a very, very small budget.
Yeah.
We're still living pretty happily on
Oh, yeah.
our budget. And we'll get to talking about what
Our budget and all of that.
but yeah.
Yeah. But there are many ways of, so many different side hustles that you can.
Side hustles. Yeah.
Or many different hustles there, that you can do. The gig economy is growing.
There's e-commerce stuff.
Especially in this day and age, right? With the pandemic, like you've got to be creative and think out of the box.
You got to think out of the box. Like, take a skill that you have and turn it into a business. And that's essentially what we ended up doing.
Yeah.
Is just by chance, for me at least, it worked out.
Yeah.
But
same for me.
Think about what skills you have. Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah. No. That's how I started my business, was thinking I was so sick of working for somebody else and working with people. Like face to face. I was on the daily having to deal with really difficult people and just feeling underappreciated and stuff. And I've always felt that throughout all of my experiences working, really. And I was doing some research online, and I was putting in working from home, what can I do, ideas, things like that. And virtual assistant came up. I had never heard of a virtual assistant before. I was like, what the heck is that? And
it came up,
and I was like, OMG, this is me.
OMG, this is me.
Seriously? I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I do. I had always, my whole life, work experience had been in administrative kind of stuff, office management, and I have a bachelor's in business management, and I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm telling you, it all lined up. The timing was perfect. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I got my business license 2 weeks after that. I quit the other job, 2 jobs. Well, at this point, I was working like a full-time job and a part-time job. And I quit that full-time job, and I was like, I'm going to do this. And it's funny because the owner of the business I quit was like, he kind of knew that I was thinking of leaving, and he was like, well, you tell me when it happens because I'll be your first customer. And he is still one of my clients.
I think the main lesson here is, if you have an idea, what's to lose?
Exactly.
Except for money, maybe.
Yeah.
Or like time. But I'm like, there's nothing to lose. But there really isn't. When you invest in yourself and your ideas, you will learn something from it, even if it fails.
Definitely. And I do feel like I recognize my privilege in that I have older children. I'm not raising kids and, things like that. And This was before I moved into the van too. I was still paying rent, and I was just trusting. Something in me just was like, I have to do this.